Hi and welcome to RCKicks. On today's show, well, we've got a bit of breaking news. Well, breaking images, if you will. Now, we've all known for quite a while that Yokomo are going to be bringing out the Super Dogfighter, which is the YZ870C. But no one's seen any images of it, and that was a bit worrying. Well, we've been blessed with some really nice high-quality images finally dropping out of Yokomo. And, yeah, oh, it looks amazing. I tell you what, if this actually arrives in 2023, it's going to be my highlight of the whole of 2023. I'm a bit worried it's going to push over to January 2024. I'm pretty sure we're not going to see it by the 25th of December, which I think is a real shame for them because they might end up losing a few unit sales, as I'm pretty sure we're all broke anyway. So in January, who's going to have £500 stashed away? Unless you're very, very patient, hold out past Christmas and don't spend that money on something else to pick up one of these. Now I've got my order placed with Rochester RC, so fingers crossed, as soon as I get it, it will be on the show. And I am really excited for this one. It just looks unbelievable. If we have a look at the images, what information can we pick out for them? Well, the first one is probably the biggest one, is the shock upgrade. It doesn't have the original shocks on it. You can kind of understand that most manufacturers that bring out rerelease definitely upgrade their shocks. This is a threaded alloy shock with a plastic cap. Does look very different to the vintage ones that I've seen online, but there isn't a great deal of images. So, yeah, this is what Kershaw have done as well, and I can kind of understand why they did it, to give you more adjustability from the threads than the old traditional kind of friction lock way of setting your springs. The chassis is FRP, as are the towers. Now, I'm pretty sure Yokomo will drop their own carbon versions, and if they don't do it, well, I can think of 3 or 4 manufacturers that will definitely bring out aftermarket carbon chassis for these. So if you're going to take it running, you're pretty much going to be able to get a few bits of bling for it pretty soon, I would have thought. Now from the images we can tell it has hex hardware all the way through, which is really nice. Metal drive shafts front and rear, universals from what I can tell. On the rear, I'm pretty sure the universals couldn't really tell from the front, but you'd assume the universals would be on the front, so I'm quite confident to say it's got universal drive shafts, metal ones obviously throughout the car. Turnbuckles all round, and they're fixed ball joints as well, not just the pop-on ones. I'm not sure if this was the same in the vintage ones, but it's nice to see, as I'm hoping a few of these are going to end up going around a vintage racetrack. Well, I know mine's going to, but I'm pretty sure I'll end up racing it on carpet, so we'll have to see how it goes. Just like the original, it comes with front and rear alloy hubs. Also, it has the Yokomo connectors for the actual wheels, and the quality of those looks amazing. I am a big fan of that wheel connection type. I have it on here. I have a few of them from JC Racing. Yeah, I like it. Also, I run the Yokomo connection on my Cougar, my Triggers Broom Cougar Classic. It also comes with a really thick, chunky alloy motor mount, which I'm pretty sure the original had as well. So when you start looking and comparing the cars, they have kind of stayed as true as possible, but obviously they've changed out a few of the materials. Now the original, as far as I know, but I could be wrong, was magnesium. So yeah, changing those to another alloy is probably a good idea. Now I had a look at the lower arms on the vintage one and the re-release, and they look pretty much to be the same. One thing I did notice on the images that are quite high resolution is it definitely looks like they've made them from some kind of composite plastic. So hopefully that's going to make it a bit stronger. Now quite a few of you have commented that this was a very fast buggy but very fragile. So hopefully Yokomo have addressed a lot of this and we can actually take them running. Now, I'm still very concerned about replacement parts, but hey, maybe there'll be one manufacturer that will prove us wrong and actually supply some parts. One thing I saw that I wasn't overly sold on, and I'm surprised was left in, is the actual steering bridge. Very Tamiya-like, just a piece of metal that goes up, along, and back down again, and it's kind of from a coat hanger. So I'm pretty sure you're going to get a little bit of slop in that. So I was surprised that didn't get upgraded, but I'm guessing there'll be some aftermarket steering upgrades for it. pretty quickly. Also, for all you vintage collectors, the body apparently is made from the same buck as the originals. So you could, if you're looking to replace your body or you're trying to get one, this is a great opportunity to pick up an actual original high quality from Yokomo for a fraction of what a vintage one would be. So that's pretty much covering everything that I can think of. If you've seen anything that I've missed, comment below, let us know. I am really excited to get this one. Also, you're probably wondering why this is here. Well, I've got a few little updates for you as well on my replica JJ. Now, you'll probably notice I have the correct tyres at last. Now, a massive thank you to Raphael for getting these for me. They are 50mm W-5031s and they are super hard to get them. I managed to pick them up. I think they were in Germany and then they went to him and then he sent them to me. A massive thanks for doing me that favour, as getting hold of some of these in the UK, yeah, I couldn't even get them and someone was selling them at £70 a set and that wasn't enough money. So I managed to save a few pennies getting these. Also, because it's such a visual part of the car, it's really nice to actually get them, especially some mint new ones, as they just don't make them. Hopefully there'll be some reproduction ones, because I know a lot of you have been after some of these, and for the price of a set of tyres, that is a bit crazy. Also, even better, I actually have got the correct servo in this now. This is the Futaba FP-832H. That's a massive thank you to Jason. He shipped it all the way over from America, so I now have that as well. Also, I can report I now have the correct receiver, the, what is it, Novatech NER-2S from Richard in America. So a massive thank you to all three of you for helping me get this car a little bit closer to being exactly like the vintage version. The only thing left is the ESC. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I've still got this cold and I can barely breathe. The ESC should be on its way as well, and that means once I've got that, I'm almost bang on for all the electronics. The battery cells are not quite right, so I will keep hunting for the originals. But all in all, it takes another step forward. One thing that's just arrived in the UK from Kyosho is the underside chassis protection. Now, I don't plan on running these, but I think they did a fantastic job of this, and obviously this is only for this car, so I thought I'd pick one of those up as well, and it, you know, all ties in. Now, obviously the original one didn't have one of these, but I really like that. I did modify it a little bit. The inserts here, you're supposed to leave those out, but I trimmed them down and I actually fitted them into the recesses, as being that they're right in the middle of the artwork, and there they did leave quite big empty spaces, so it's definitely worth spending a bit of time trimming them down and putting them in. So it's getting really close and I've enjoyed building this one. Also, as far as I know, could be wrong, but the actual channel that this was using has the green antenna. And I think that was the antenna that was actually used on the original as well. So for anybody who is a massive geek of these, comment below, let me know. I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere. Anyway, there you go, a little bit of an update for you, and I hope you're as excited about getting the Yokomo Super Dogfighter as I am. See you on the next one. Bye bye. Oh, this cold is killing me.